What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jacob, aka Pick Management, here with the Prince of Picks Payam on Christmas Eve to deliver you the Christmas Day NBA slate breakdown that we know you guys want. We have been on fire lately. If you haven't followed me on Twitter today, currently just swept the board in the NFL. I'm still alive in a Survivor contest with just 2 weeks remaining on the DraftKings Survivor contest. So it's been a hell of a day in the sports betting world for me. Payam, how is your Christmas Eve and your NBA betting going?
Yeah, man, pretty decent. Win 500 last night, so split the bets. But I'll take it considering where I was before. So, again, like we spoke to before, regression comes, to everyone. But looking forward to the bounce back tonight, or actually for tomorrow night, sorry, or tomorrow during the day. And going into the night, we got 5 games that we're going to be covering for tomorrow's Christmas Day slate. I think a lot of them are going to be good games, competitive games, and I'm looking forward to getting into the picks here.
Yeah, fuck regression. We're gonna
Fuck
fucking bash
regression.
this slate. We're about to smash this NBA
Sorry.
Christmas Day slate.
That's it.
So
Starting with Christmas.
yeah,
Yep.
listen, I'm gonna toss it to you. I know you got a couple picks. I got a whole bunch, so I'm
Yep.
gonna give it to you. Throw it back to me, and we'll get everyone out of here so you can get back to doing your family stuff. But we know you need these best bets so you can pay for your presents because we know that's what you're doing. So, Payam, what do you got for your Christmas NBA Day slate?
Yes, sir. So first off, we're gonna head to New York, where the Knicks are hosting the Milwaukee Bucks. For this game, I am going to be taking Milwaukee minus 3.5. The Bucks just won by 19 on Saturday. Same in New York. Relatively the same players, same teams. And with no Mitchell Robinson, no Jericho Sims for the Knicks, I just don't think they have enough size, quite frankly, to compete with Milwaukee, especially Milwaukee's front court with Giannis and Brook Lopez. There's a reason they won by 19 just a couple days ago. And quite frankly, I don't see how they don't win again. I mean, minus 3.5 is a relatively small spread considering they literally just played 2 days ago and then won by 19. So I will be taking Milwaukee minus 3.5. That's going to be my only bet for the Bucks and Knicks. Did you have anything for that?
Yeah, I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna jump in here so we don't
Okay.
double up on this game. Listen, I am all over the Bucks in this minus 165. Listen, I feel like the Knicks might step up a little bit defensively at home on Christmas Day just because of the environment and that they did just lose to them. But the Bucks have beat Milwaukee either 7 or 9 games in a row to smash them by average of 12.5 points.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that this line is way too small. So I am going to take them on the money line. I want the outright win. I don't want to deal with the spread in this one. I'm also going to be on the Bucks team total over 121.5, and I'm taking Giannis over 31.5 points. He's just been dominant, and he's definitely been dominant against this Knicks team. So I am all over the Bucks with you here in the Christmas Day slate. So what else do you have for tomorrow?
Yep, love it. So next up, we're going to be going to Denver, where the Golden State Warriors are traveling to Denver to take on the Nuggets. For this one, I am on Golden State plus 6.5. The Warriors are currently 67% ATS as a road underdog, and they're also 65% ATS after a win, which they just beat. I'm drawing a blank. Who did they just beat on Saturday? They just won on Saturday, but again, it's after a win, 65% ATS. I'm drawing a blank on who they beat.
I can get you 7, by the way.
Okay, even better. Plus 7. You know what? We'll take the 7.5 because again, I don't like pushes for this show, so I won't win. So I'll go with plus 7.5 for the Warriors. The Warriors have won 5 in a row, and I know Denver's won 7 of their last 8, but both teams are hot, and I think relative to that, I think this game is decided by 2 possessions or less. I think the Warriors, they're experienced playing Christmas Day games. And Curry, Klay Thompson, they're gonna want to show out, and when the spotlight's brightest, they tend to have big games. So I look for this to be again, under 2 possessions. So I will take the Warriors plus 7.5. What did you have for this game?
Yeah, so for me, listen, this line keeps going up in favor of the Nuggets. I just think that they're real dominant. And that the Warriors are going to struggle in the paint just because there's no Draymond. So the line keeps going up. If it gets to 8, I might jump on the Warriors.
There's Looney still. There's still got Looney.
Listen, I think he's going to get dominated.
Yeah, okay.
And, if he gets to 8, I might jump on the Warriors here. But I like the Nuggets first half -1.5. It's kind of steep. You can get it like -175, -180, depending on where you're at for your book. But I think that they're going to cover this first half spread. And I do like Curry over 27.5 points here. He's the leader of this team. He's going to have to score a lot of points if he wants to keep up with this Nuggets team. So, I'm all over Curry's points over. He hasn't done it in like every game, but he's been doing it more often than not. And I think he can do it here for sure. So those are my 2 plays for this Nuggets versus Golden State game. You got anything else for tomorrow?
Yep. So next up, we're going to go the Boston Celtics are heading to Los Angeles to take on the Lakers. For this one, I am actually going to take the Lakers +3.5. The Celtics are currently 27% ATS as a road favorite. And with this being a Christmas Day game, in LA, one thing that the IST showed me, and NBA Cup, is that when the spotlight is on the Lakers, especially LeBron, he does tend to have big games. And I've been one to be fading the Lakers as of late, but LeBron's proven me wrong, and Anthony Davis has been playing consistently good, which is something that he's been struggling to do over the last several years of his career with the Lakers. So, I know the Lakers, they were, kind of been on a downslide, but they did win, had a big win against Oklahoma City in Oklahoma City a couple nights ago. And, again, with this being a Christmas Day game, LeBron, spotlights on him. I think this could be down to the wire. So I think the Lakers are going to ride that home crowd. And I think they can keep it close. So I will be taking the Lakers +3.5. What do you have for this one?
Yeah, so I think I'm with you. I think this game's going to be, I think they're going to be running and gunning. I think it's going to be a shootout. I think this is going to be the game of the day tomorrow. So I'm going to be taking over 233. I know it's a little juicy at -140, but you know what I like to say. Sometimes the juice is worth the squeeze, because I put numbers together and I do the work, and my number says 233. So I'm going to be playing that at -140. It's not that bad. It's a couple dollars, folks. Take it easy. So I'm also going to be on the Celtics team total over 118.5. Like I said, I think this team is going to be running and gunning, and I think we're going to see a show. So I like their team total over. And I also like James over 27.5. I think that's low in big games like this, especially on Christmas Day. He likes to put on a show too. And I definitely think he is going to be the leader of this Lakers team and put up over 27.5 points. Again, it's over 233. Celtics team total over 118.5, and James points total over 27.5. That's for that game. Anything else for you, Payam?
Yep. So next up, I'm on the Miami Heat hosting the Philadelphia 76ers. We're recording this roughly about 5:30 Eastern on Sunday, Christmas Eve, and about a half hour ago, Joel Embiid was listed as out for this game. So with that in mind, I will be taking the total under 225.5 for the game. Again, Embiid out, Mo Bamba questionable, Patrick Beverley, DeAnthony Melton, Nicholas Batum, all questionable. For the Sixers, for the Heat, Jimmy Butler questionable, Haywood Highsmith questionable. I think there's just too many injuries in this game to rotational guys, starters. And quite frankly, I just don't know where the points are going to come from. So I think this is going to be a big time defensive battle. The Sixers already are a top 5 defense in the league in terms of points per game against. So with all these injuries and all these, key players being out, I think it could be a defensive struggle and not a lot of points in this game. So under 225.5 will be my play for the total. And then I'm also going to go on a player prop, Bam Adebayo, over 10.5 rebounds. With no Embiid, that's going to be a tough matchup for Paul Reed. Bam Adebayo is one of the best rebounders in the league, and then especially at home. I look for, if it's a defensive struggle, I look for a lot of missed shots which is more volume for Bam Adebayo to get those rebounds. So I will be all over Bam Adebayo over 10.5 rebounds.
Hey, where are you getting the line for that right now? Because I just checked DraftKings and Bovada, and neither of them have it, so I don't have any lines for this right now. Do you have anything?
Well, they may have just taken it down because I
Okay,
got
so
it. Yeah, before we
I'll
started
tell you
recording, I got
before
it
this,
there.
I was all over before the Philly news. I was all over Philly in this, but right now, the only thing I would be on if I don't know because I don't have a line for this, I'd probably be on Tyler Hero points over again. We just cashed that the other day, and with all the injuries Miami's having, and now the absence of Embiid, I think he's going to be probably the top scorer of the game, and I'd be all over his points total over in this game.
Yep, love it. I agree with you on that. But that's all I got for that game. So finally, we're gonna go to Phoenix, where the Suns are hosting the Dallas Mavericks. For this one, I am gonna go total over 236.5 for the game. 75% of all Suns games have gone over when the Suns are favorited. And Dallas is one of the worst defenses in the league. The Suns have been giving up tons of points lately. Vogel, he's coming in as a defensive coach, but this team is really struggling to play defense on a consistent basis. So I love the total over here, and I'm also going to be riding Luka Doncic, 35 plus points. One thing that Dallas fans like to say to Suns fans like myself is Luka is your daddy. And you know what? They're right. He is. 60% of Dallas's last 10 games versus Phoenix, Luka has scored 35 plus points. This is a game that, he's going to have circled on his calendar, especially with all the trash talking back and forth between Booker and Luka, the history of the infamous Game 7, which my Suns, collapsed in epic fashion. So there's a heated rivalry between these two teams, and Luka really looks forward to playing against the Suns. And with Kyrie still being out, he's their offense. He's everything offensively for that team. So all the ingredients are there for him to have a monster game. Hate to say it, but I am going to ride Luka 35 plus for that game. That's all I have. Do you have anything for that one?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to be on the Suns money line here, minus 185. With the injuries the Mavs are facing, I don't think Luka can do it all by himself. The Suns team is stacked. They're healthy at home on Christmas Day. I really like it. I think it'll be close. I think it'll be a tight game, which is why I'm just sticking with the money line, keeping it simple. The other thing I really like here, I was thinking about taking Durant points over, but I think I'm going to stick with Durant over 1.5 3-pointers made. It's minus 162. I know it's steep, but I think he's going to score, and he does it a lot. And I think with the defensive woes that we see from the Mavs sometimes, I think Durant could definitely easily cash 2 3-pointers in this game. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I hope you're right, because my Suns have been reeling lately, but I hope you're right with the Suns money line. I love that as a fan, but the Suns have been really struggling.
Listen, I get it, but the
really
team
bad
is stacked,
form,
it's a stacked team, and they're going to come together. I get it, and
okay.
I just think that I think they're too good to be bad for too long. And I think on Christmas Day they step it up at home.
I like to hear that.
Yeah, it's just the environment. It's situational basketball.
Yeah, sure.
That's the read I got on the game for me for this.
Can you by the way, do you have a line? I'm thinking right now as you're speaking. Do you have a line for Booker for his points?
30.5.
30.5. You know what? I'm going to add that bet to my slip. Booker over 30.5. Just as much as Luka looks forward to playing Booker, he looks forward to playing Luka.
Sure.
And with Dallas being as bad as they are defensively, I think this could be a Booker game. So I think Booker and Doncic are both going to star. So I will be taking the Booker over 30.5 as well.
All right on. All right, so let the people know where they can find you.
Yep, so you guys can follow me on social media. Find me on X at Prince of Picks 10, and also on TikTok at Lock It Up Sports.
All right, and I am Jacob at Pick Management on Twitter and TikTok. You can follow my YouTube Pick Management Betting. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, happy holidays.
We'll cash big, and hopefully we'll leave you some best bets as your presents for the holiday. We will see you guys later.
It's all mathematics. Mighty most deaf. It's simple mathematics.